Take one.
The reveal.
Who goes first?
I'll reveal. Martin Luther King.
I said Jesus or Galileo.
You know, I almost said Pontius Pilate.
Interesting and righteous cases, all of them.
Exactly. Is injustice inherent in the American adversarial system?
The answer is yes. And the reason is not because it's an adversarial system. The reason is because racism is baked into our system. If you look at the way our criminal legal system was founded, the first sheriff's deputies were slave catchers. When you look at the way the law was set up, particularly you look at Jim Crow and laws that made sure that there were inequities. So you have a system that was built by people in power with incredible privilege, making sure that others were kept out of that system. And you have a system that is inherently unjust. And it's very difficult to change that, because where do you begin? How do you blow up the system and start over when we're already a functioning society? And so I think when you consider the history of the criminal legal system, there is no doubt that it is unjust, and there is no doubt that it's inescapable.
That's easy.
I better get it right.
Michael Peterson's conviction.
The conviction of Michael Peterson.
You know, just sitting in court every day and thinking I understood what was going on, and then having that verdict read was probably the low point of my professional career in terms of miscarriages of justice. Yeah, I can't think of one that would be worse.
You don't sound very confident.
I'm not confident about this at all.
Okay, go on.
John Benet Ramsey.
Jack the Ripper.
That's not an unsolved crime.
Nobody knows who Jack the Ripper was.
But they all know it was Jack the Ripper who did it.
But nobody knows who he is.
Oh, well, I don't consider that unsolved.
David, we'll call this the Tinder swindler question. Is it possible to legally charge a person for manipulating someone into sending them money, even if it was agreed to by both parties?
And the answer is yes. Many, many, many people over the years have been indicted and convicted for just such conduct. If you misrepresent what you're doing, if you engage in fraud, the fact that the person falls for the fraud is not an excuse.
Oh.
David, contempt of court.
Oh.
What did you write? Let's see it.
I am larceny. Because I always take like the little jellies from the
that's true. Well, and the soap from the hotels. Yes, we have shelves full of shampoo from various hotels.
Okay,
but this is the right answer.
Actually, that's true. Sorry, yeah. You're taking a long time there.
Okay.
Impact on individual lives. Oh, yeah, I got another point.
The impact on other people's lives.
Okay, great. I'm winning. I'm totally winning. How many points do I have now?
What? No one's keeping track of these.
So. All right, carry on. Next question. Just be yourself.
Jeez. Did I tell you that at some point?
No, I just know you. I just know you. David, what is the most crucial skill or quality for a judge to have?
I don't think it's a single skill or quality. I think it's sort of a combination. I think a judge needs to be independent, needs to be intelligent, fair-minded, and needs to be able to listen. And if you have all four of those things, then you really can't ask for much more. What did you write? Okay, well, that's true. I was thinking more in terms of the law and courts, not our personal relationship. Passion and logic and preparation. So we shared one of them, right? Anyway, so that was my answer.
Why is true crime such a popular genre?
All of these true crime sagas at bottom are stories, and they have heroes and villains.
I think it's easier to become engaged and enthused and addicted when you think it couldn't happen to you, but you view it more as fiction. And then I think the piece of it being true crime, the piece of it being nonfiction, is what keeps people coming back.
You and I have both been in that situation. An episode ends, and we're tired, and we look at each other and we say, let's just do one more.
Is that good? For that, you finally got a point.
Abuse of Power Season 3 is out now.
Listen now on Audible.